if a new physio comes to the company, what sort of advice would you give them, and how would you be able to impart some wisdom on them?
I think it's important to be mindful that individuals are multifaceted and we are human beings, and everything matters and everything is connected. We cannot see an injury in isolation to every other body part. So often people come with like a hamstring strain, but we don't have a look at everything else, or we don't see how the environment could also influence how they've currently present to us. So just to look at just the biopsychosocial model, that it's not just an injury, a tissue injury, but there could be other contributing factors to it, and that we should have a look at all of those in.
So obviously not just be narrow focused, don't look outside the box and make sure that there's other things that that may be contributing to that injury.
For sure, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So from the perspective of from a musculoskeletal perspective, there's obviously a lot to learn. Have you sort of got any sort of words of wisdom with like what's the best way to get involved with private practice? You know, where do you sort of get your information from? You know, do you look at your books? Do you look at talking to the senior physios in the company? What would you say is the best way to go?
I think it could get really overwhelming, especially if you're not accustomed to the musculoskeletal sector and private practice. But it's important to stick to the basics if you don't have anyone else to consult with in that moment, and then definitely make use of your senior physios. They are quite experienced. Read up. We've got a plethora of research out there, so we can really spend some time, half an hour on a podcast, driving to work, driving back home, and just quickly sending a senior physiotherapist a voice note or a quick email.
Just making the time to do it.
Just making the time,
And obviously with our professional development program, you know, people learn in multiple different ways. So some people like reading, some people like listening, some people like watching videos. So I guess that's the advantage of our professional development program, where we've got the external speakers coming on board, we've got the journal clubs, and as you mentioned, we've got lots of other senior physios with varying specialties for some of the younger physios to draw some inspiration and some knowledge upon.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, thank you for your advice, and great to speak to you.
Thank you.